channel, Changing Phases Tarot. I'm so happy to have you here today. Now today's reading is the monthly reading for October 2025 for the fire sign Leo. Leo, I hope that you are doing well. So for the reading, I'm doing a 10-card Celtic cross spread using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck. If I need to clarify, I have the Zillich Tarot deck here. And if you stick around to the end, I'll be pulling one additional oracle card from the Goddesses Knowledge cards. Just a reminder, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate. If the messages do resonate, you like what you hear today, please do consider giving the video a thumbs up, right? Subscribe to the channel, that way you will get notified whenever I post new content. Also do watch not just your sun sign reading, but also your moon and rising for a more complete overview of what's coming in for you at this time. And if you would like more regular content, kind of daily, weekly content, you can also follow me over on TikTok at Changing Phases Tarot. All right, let's get going. You have center of your spread, water energy here with the King of Cups. So could be you taking you taking on the energy of the King of Cups this month, Leo. Could be dealing with an older water sign individual, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But this King of Cups, he is, as the King of Cups, the suit of Cups deals with emotions, feelings, relationships. So he's very emotionally available, very open, very loving. He's very fair. So you might need to take on this energy, as you are dealing with a situation this month, or again, could be dealing with this person, somebody playing a significant role in your life this month. What could help or hinder the energy of this King of Cups is the Eight of Wands, which is very fast-paced energy. The Eight of Wands is news coming in very quickly. This can be, that text messaging, emailing, back and forth. Sometimes shows up when you are applying for a job. It's that back and forth, sending in the application, hearing back, but can be in the relationship sense. This would be that, back and forth texting with a person, maybe around the beginning of the relationship where things are just, going back and forth. But it's also a card of movement, right? It can be travel across air. There could be an international component to it as well. So travel to an international destination, dealing with people at quite a distance. We'll see how this ties in with the rest of our reading. In the deep past, we have the Five of Cups, which can be, it can represent like an emotional disappointment, some more water energy here. But, kind of the cautionary message here of the Five of Cups is to not just focus on what hasn't worked out, the disappointment of the Three of Cups down here. Pay attention to, right, she's only focusing on these three cups that have spilled over, that aren't, that she doesn't have anymore. And she's not even paying attention to the Two of Cups surrounding her, which the Two of Cups is like the minor arcana version of the Lover's card, is soulmate connection. So there's, it can be a card of disappointment, emotionally speaking, but there's a need to focus on, the positive, what you do have, what remains, as opposed to what hasn't worked out, what you don't have. In the recent past, we have the Strength card. This is Major Arcana number 8, associated with your sign, Leo. So this is, it's a card of inner strength, determination, drive, and ambition for whatever, you might be facing at this time. In the crowning position, message from your higher self, you have the Knight of Swords. Knights in the tarot, they go off on quests, they bring back offers. In the case of this Knight of Swords, this could be news coming in for you. It could be the information that you need in order to make a decision about something, right? The suit of swords itself deals with, it's the suit of the mind. It deals with ideas. It's also communication, how we get those ideas across to other people. If this is a person, as it is a court card, you might be dealing with kind of a middle-aged air sign individual, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but possibly this news coming in, especially with this Eight of Wands as well, right, which is the fast-paced back and forth communication. In the near future, we have Major Arcana number 9, the Hermit. The Hermit's associated with the earth energy, the earth sign of Virgo, and the Hermit is about, it's a card of spiritual sort of seeking. This person goes off out into the wilderness or up into the mountains, in order to reflect, right? Guided only by that, you see the lantern there representing the kind of inner knowledge, inner knowing, the spiritual quest. So there could be a focus on spirituality coming in for you this month. This is more towards sort of the middle of the month. You might be retreating. You might be just focusing on, you know, what's going on in your life at this time, seeking some type of guidance as well with the Hermit showing up. It's a card of spirituality. There might be a focus on spirituality this month for you. You appear as the Two of Wands, which, you know, it can also speak of, you know, some type of international. We have that with the Eight of Wands over here. Two of Wands, it's you standing at the crossroads, but you have the power to decide which path is the one that you're going to choose, right? The Suit of Wands itself, it deals with the work that we do. It can be creative projects and endeavors. So this could be choosing between two paths, like leaving behind one career, heading in a new direction. It can be choosing between two jobs, choosing between two locations. We have the reference here with the dragon holding the world right in its tail, the globe there, so an international element to this as well. So you could be choosing between staying put, heading to a new location, right? Could be at quite a distance from you. In your surroundings, you have the Six of Pentacles, which is, you know, earth energy. The Suit of Pentacles deals with the work that we do, the money that we earn. It's our home, our family, material possessions. And the Six, it's a card of balance. So it's, you know, you're balancing out of your finances. This deck shows it quite differently. In the traditional deck, it would be this very well-to-do looking man, you know, sort of wealthy looking, helping people that are in need of his help, financially speaking. So it can, you know, when the Six of Pentacles shows up, it can represent a need for you to help others. So it might be, you know, especially towards the end of the month, you might be approached by somebody seeking your assistance in something. Could be to do with money, so giving, you know, loaning somebody money. It could be somebody repaying you money because balance is being restored. You could be going for a loan or repaying a loan. But it's you in a, you know, very strong financial position in that you can help others, right? You're able, so you have enough, financially speaking, to be able to help others. You can see in the garden, you know, there's lots of references to abundance. The trees are laden with fruit, right? Her basket is full of fruit. There's fruit all over the ground. So she has enough that she's able to share. And yeah, it obviously can be financially speaking, but with the Six of Pentacles, you could also be giving of yourself. So time, you might be volunteering at this time, but there's a, you know, a give and take here with the Six of Pentacles. In your hopes and fears, you're hoping for a new offer. You're hoping for this new direction as far as your work goes. Pages in the Tarot, they bring in news about something. In the case of the Page of Pentacles, could be a younger earth sign individual that you're dealing with, but typically, you know, this particular page, as it is Pentacles, earth energy, it's very concrete. So it's not just news of a new job, but it's the actual job offer, and a job offer that has a great deal of growth potential attached to it. So that's what you're hoping for. You're hoping for this new offer that it's going to bring in, you know, there's longevity attached to it. You're going to stay there for quite a long time. It's not just going to be something that, you know, you start working at and then a month later decide that, oh, that's not what, you know, what you want anymore. It's, you're hoping for this long-term opportunity. In the outbound position, don't worry, don't freak out. I will clarify this. We have the Three of Swords, which, yeah, it's a card of disappointment, not the greatest of energies, right? But it is air energy, which is the suit of the mind. It's cerebral energy. So there could be, you know, a disappointment that comes in. We will clarify. Let me just get to the very last card here, which is the card at the bottom of the deck, which is a Chariot, which is a card of victory. So, you know, you do have, like the rest of the spread, the cards are all very positive. This, especially the Chariot, it's Major Arcana, number 7 of the Major Arcana, associated with the water sign of Cancer. And it also represents movement, fast-paced movement across land. It can show up when you're buying a car, selling a car, moving to a different location, right? But it's also a card of victory. And it's about harnessing. You see that she's harnessing the light and the dark, right? This yin and yang energy, and being able to bring it all together to charge off in this brand new direction. So it's a hard fought for victory, but a victory nonetheless. So let's go ahead and clarify this Three of Swords, because that's the only card that, you know, really stands out in your spread. Yeah, it can represent like a third-party situation in a relationship reading, right? But in general terms, the Three of Swords, it's a disappointment. So clarifying the Three of Swords for Leo. Additional messages. What else does Leo need to know? That one came out about the Three of Swords. Okay, we'll see. This one flew out. So, disappointment and clarified by the Five of Discs, which is the Five of Pentacles, which is a card in this deck. It's called Worry. It's a lack mentality. So, you know, there's some type of disappointment. That one wanted to flip over. Justice, Major Arcana, right? So justice being served, the Scales of Justice. And actually, in this particular deck, some of the, like the Major Arcana, the numbers are not what we would typically associate them with. So, for example, this is number 20. It's called Justice in this deck, but it is the Judgment card. So, Judgment is a head or heart decision. It can be a call back, right? Getting a call back about something. If we take Justice for its, like the Justice card, the traditional meaning, that would be karmic justice being served. Let's go ahead and get one final clarifier on this Three of Swords, and then we'll kind of tie it all together. So one more card. No, there's a lot that flew out there. So we will go ahead and just shuffle and get one final card. And we have the Lovers, number 6. Okay, so clarifying the Three of Swords. For some of you, there could be like a third-party situation, disappointment surrounding a relationship coming in. But, you know, for others, and I feel that this is the majority, because the rest of the cards really don't speak of a relationship. I feel that it's more to do with like work, or, you know, your current, like where you're heading, your situation in life, not necessarily romantically speaking. But there's been a concern about your finances, possibly disappointment related to finances. There's a significant decision that needs to be made surrounding that. And we have that also with you showing up here as the Two of Wands. And the Lovers can also represent a difficult decision, like a head or heart decision that needs to be made. So I feel that, you know, there could be this disappointment that's coming in, but it's surrounding like the need to make a decision. So I feel that you showing up as being powerful here with this Two of Wands, you're ultimately going to make the decision. And I feel that it's going to be to head in a new direction. So, you know, any past disappointment, you're going to be moving past that, heading in a new direction. Let's go ahead and get one additional card then from the Goddess's Knowledge card deck. So one additional message for Leo. What else does Leo need to know for the month of October? One additional message for Leo. Okay, we don't have any cards wanting to come out that way, so we'll go ahead and just divide the deck. All right, and your card is, I'll hold it up so you can see it. Hopefully you can see that. This is Flora, okay? And if I just read the description, it says, Flora, flourishing one, was the Roman goddess of flowers, gardens, and spring. She is the embodiment of all nature. Her name has come to represent all plant life. She is especially a goddess of flowers, including the flower of youth. Her festival of unrestrained pleasure, the Floralia, was celebrated at the end of April and beginning of May. This festival was probably the origin of the Maypole dance and the gathering of bouquets of flowers, symbolizing the beginning of spring and the bringing of new life into the world. She gives charm to youth, aroma to wine, sweetness to honey, and fragrance to blossoms. Flora teaches us to honor growing things, both inside and outside. She is a reminder to pay attention to pleasure, to the beauty of spring, and to new life wherever it is found. So new things, new life, yeah, that definitely ties in with the reading as far as, I feel that you're being guided to move in a new direction. So I think that the newness, this choice with the yellow here on the lovers, I'm seeing that with this card that just came out here with the flora. You're being guided to head in a new direction this month, Leo. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me here today. I look forward to reading for you again. And just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of October. Bye for now.